Hey, what is up, guys? Back in the old Swinset scenery again. Nice place to be. If you hear dogs behind me, they're outside doing their business. They're gonna be barking because it's what they do. They don't like to hear people talk. But back to the reason why I'm here. I am here to give you my TNA review for May 10th, 2013. Pretty good show, better than Raw, better than main event, so that's a positive. So let's get going. Alright. So we have Taz, Todd Kinley, and Mike TNA on commentary. Pretty good set of commentary people right there. Then it tells you what happened last week with Sting becoming #1 contender to the World Heavyweight Championship. Kurt Angle trying to recruit AJ Styles to be on his team. And I think they showed James Storm being I just shut the door. I'll shut it when I'm done. But anyways, it showed James Storm being the guest referee for the tag team #1 contendership title match. And that's about all it showed. Nice stuff right there. We get a Sting and Kurt Angle promo. Sting comes out and talks about how he wanted to take down the Aces and Eights, and he summoned the best of the best, Kurt Angle. And then Kurt Angle, it was kind of like a weak promo, it was like kind of John Cena promo average, not a good promo, cheesy stuff. Then Kurt Angle calls out AJ Styles to know whether or not he's going to join the team. AJ Styles comes out and Kurt Angle asks him whether or not he's going to join the team. So then Kurt Angle finally says that I'm not asking, I'm demanding an answer. Sting wants to try it out, and he says that he's reached his lowest point too, and he went and disappeared up in the rafters, but we've got guys on our side, and we need you to support TNA and be on our team. Kurt Angle says he still wants answers. AJ Styles leaves, and then Kurt Angle says, "Where you going?" And then he goes up to the ramp to talk to him. He pushes AJ Styles. Kurt Angle and AJ Styles brawl, and as they're brawling, Bully Ray and Devon come out and and I think Mr. Anderson was there too. I don't remember. And they lay out Sting and Devon and Bully Ray lay him out with the 3D. For dinner. Hold on, my mom's asking me what I want for dinner. Let me just text this real quick. Come on. I'm just gonna write I don't know. Okay, let's get to work. So then what ends up happening is, oh yeah, that was all that happened. So then after that, it shows Sting being attacked by, well, first it shows the TNAshop.com ad, always. It shows Sting being attacked by Aces and Eights. AJ Styles interview, doesn't say anything. Then we get Taylor and Gail Kim with Jesse. I guess they're putting Jesse back with them, with Taylor. Makes no sense, but whatever, it's not like they were doing anything with him when he was separated, so what difference does this make? But yeah, they face Mickie James and Velvet Sky. Okay match. Velvet Sky throws Gail Kim into Jesse. Then Velvet Sky hits the in-your-face on Taylor for the win. Then after the match, Gail Kim I think she clotheslines Taylor and puts her in the figure 4 around the steel post. So I think Taylor and Jesse are gonna split for a bit. Maybe Taylor's gonna turn face. I don't know. I like what they're doing with Gail Kim right now. They've had her take out Taryn Terrell and Taylor. Good stuff. So then after that, Aces and Eights are backstage. They're talking about them laying out another icon. Then D'Lo Brown comes up and he's like, didn't you know we had this meeting? And he says no. So then they're gonna go handle D'Lo Brown's fate in the ring. Then we get Aces and Eights promo, so they're gonna determine D'Lo Brown's fate. What happens right there is the Aces and Eights kind of bullied Todd Kennelly. So yeah, they bullied Todd Kennelly. That was pretty cool. Then Aces and Eights get in the ring and they try to talk about the fate of D'Lo Brown because he quit. So then he has to give up his cut, which I guess means his vice presidency of Aces and Eights. D'Lo Brown refuses because his cut is his life. Then what happens is he chooses not to take it off. So then D'Lo Brown's like, Bully Ray's like, what, are you just gonna whine and cry and complain like you always do? So then well, Bully Ray said that. So then D'Lo Brown refuses to take it off. I think Doc I think Mr. Anderson ripped it off. Then Bully Ray says that he has to earn his cut back. So D'Lo Brown suggests that he puts him in a match with Magnus and he'll beat him. Bully Ray doesn't accept it. He has him watch Doc beat Magnus, so that's okay, I guess. So I guess that was what they wanted to do. So then we get Doc with D'Lo Brown versus Magnus. Okay, I guess, not the best. There was some good stuff in this match. When Magnus hit the elbow, I thought that was over there, but it wasn't. Then when D'Lo Brown pulled Magnus outside the ring, then Magnus bounced his head off the steps. Then Doc hit like a version of a flapjack on him, but he didn't get Magnus, and I thought he was going to get him there. Then Magnus was bounced off the ropes, and D'Lo Brown grabbed his leg thinking it was Magnus. And then Magnus rolls up Doc for the win, so that was okay, not bad. Get a Slammiversary ad. Aces and Eights are backstage. Doc, they're all pissed at D'Lo Brown for screwing up. So then they give him a job that they can't screw up. Pretty much he has to serve them beer, and I guess he's going to be like a slave to the Aces and Eights. Could be good. I don't know if he'll ever get his cut back. I don't think he will. So D'Lo Brown right now is reaching the lowest of lows. I could see him just like turning on the Aces and Eights, considering the way he's been treated tonight. Then we get Sting, Kurt Angle, and Hulk Hogan backstage. Kurt Angle wants to know who's going to be on the team. Hulk Hogan has someone that he can call. Then, but Sting and Kurt Angle say, "Don't worry about it. You're the general manager. Focus on that." I think, well, at first I think he was talking about like him getting in the ring. Then they talk about that caller. But then they suggest Magnus since he's on fire. So I guess so it's Magnus. So Magnus is gonna tag with Sting and Kurt Angle to face Bully Ray, Devon, and Mr. Anderson. That's cool. Well, it is cool. Oh wait, I missed a segment. I missed the James Storm and Bad Influence backstage. My apologies. So I'll just talk about that. Well, they offer James Storm some beer, and they talk about how they can how Bobby Roode hit him with the beer bottle to win the world championship. So they talk about how they can how James Storm and Bad Influence can get together and forget it, instead of calling it Fortune, they can call it Threeshin. That's what Kazarian says. But then Daniel's like, that's terrible. So then Kaz is like, okay, we'll just keep it Fortune. Bad Influence. So then Christopher Daniels says, just drink those in 6 minutes, So I don't know if they're trying to get him drunk or something. I don't know. But then James Storm says I could just do it in 4. So I thought that was okay stuff. Then yeah, I forgot about that. My apologies. So then I'm gonna go scroll down to the last segment with Bobby. So now we have Austin Aries and Bobby Roode backstage. I guess Austin Aries is gonna have Bobby Roode say stuff. So then that he doesn't want to say to kind of kiss up to James Storm. Austin Aries talks about brings up like the back in the old days, the beer money days. Then what ends up happening is Bobby Roode says that the only reason why he cheated to beat him is because he's jealous, because he knows he's better than him. And then James Storm brings up the fact how Austin Aries last year at Destination X beat him for the world title, and it wasn't a fluke. So then Bobby was like, why did he keep putting that up? He's like, I didn't put it up, he didn't put it up. So I thought that was cool. So then we get Austin Aries and Bobby Roode versus Bad Influence with James Storm as the special guest referee, and the winners become the #1 contenders to the World Tag Team titles. Pretty much what happened. This was a good match. I liked it when Aries went up and did like a high cross body. I think it was Christopher Daniels was on the ramp. Then Kazarian did the same thing to, I think it was Bobby Roode later. They dominate Bobby Roode. Then I think Aries got the hot tag, did a suicide dive to I think it was Kazarian, Christopher Daniels, and he got busted open a little bit. High cross body, went for the cover, didn't get him. Then what ends up happening is Christopher Daniels and Kazarian do like a double powerbomb neckbreaker to Roode, and they go to pin him, but they didn't get him. So then Roode does a spine buster. Roode and then Christopher Daniels does a clothesline chop block. So Christopher Daniels and Kazarian are both laid out outside the ring. Christopher Daniels it was Kazarian mocks James Storm. James Storm gives him it was Christopher Daniels. I'm sorry. Christopher Daniels kind of drinks the beer, mocking James Storm. Get off my yeah. Then James Storm gives him the last call super kick. Austin Aries goes to pin him. James Storm only counts 2 and gives him the last call super kick. So technically the match never ended, but they just threw the match out anyways when there was no bell or anything. So yeah, that's just the way it is, I guess. So I guess if the ref leaves, the match is over. Then we have it shows Aces and Eights attacking Magnus backstage. They just beat him up. He tries to fight. He fights him off for a little bit, and he tries to use like some sort of like 2x4 stick thing to try to fight him off. But Mike Knox ambushes him from behind. Doc hits him with like some sort of speaker and pushes like a crate into him while he's in like one of those trucks that picks up crates. Then it actually showed a WWE Extreme Rules ad. I thought that was pretty interesting right there, that they showed a WWE commercial on TNA. But they did show a TNA commercial on WWE, so. Then we get a Suicide video package. He's coming soon. I haven't really seen any of his matches, but I'm kind of a fan of Suicide. I've seen some of his matches actually a little bit before. I've seen one when he fought the Pope, D'Angelo Dinero, in a Falls Count Anywhere match. Pretty good. I think he has some talent. Then it shows Chris Sabin's return from last week. Kenny King comes out, and we actually get an X Division promo. He talks about how he's the greatest X Division champion ever. He's excellent. And then he shows his respect to Chris Sabin by saying how he's the greatest, how he did something great, how he's one of the greatest champions ever. Chris Sabin comes out, and Kenny King wants to hear like his story about how over the last year he tells them about it. Then Kenny King lets him hold the belt. Then Chris Sabin holds the belt. Then Kenny King says to give him back the championship, and he says that's going to be the last time you ever hold the belt because you're not in my league. Then Chris Sabin doesn't give him back the belt. He lays him out. Then that was really it. So next week it's going to be Kenny King defending the X Division Championship against Chris Sabin and Petey Williams. So that could be good. I'm glad they had something with the X Division tonight. And I think Chris Sabin will win the X Division Championship. But if Kenny King retains, I won't complain. Petey Williams, I don't really know. I don't think he should really win it because he's not built to win it. So I'm gonna go with Kenny. But I think I'll just go with Chris Sabin because he has that build, how he wants to be X Division champion. Then we got a TNAshop.com ad, gut check ad. What's gonna happen is next week all the participants got one gut check, and I guess Joey Ryan's not. I thought they were gonna put Joey Ryan in it, but it's not. It's just gonna be all the ones that won it. The only one that I really know is Christian York. I don't really remember any of the other ones, so I think Christian York should just win it because he's the one that's the most known. So yeah, but the winner gets to be compete in the Bound for Glory series next week. So then it shows the Aces and Eights, the chaos that they caused throughout the night. Aces and Eights are backstage part 3. They talk about how they're going to destroy the 6 men in the tag. They did so many of these. I don't really remember this one. I remember how Doc is saying, says should D'Lo get us more beer? He's like, yeah, have her get us some chicks too. We need the chicks. So I thought that was awesome. Hulk Hogan, Sting, and Kurt Angle are backstage. There's like a minute into the match. They're just gonna go in. They're just gonna go in as a handicap match. But then someone calls Hulk Hogan and says that he's here. Then he tends to go. So yeah, that was it. So then we get Kurt Angle and Sting versus Bully Ray, Mr. Anderson, and Devon are doing this. It shows a Slammiversary ad. What ended up happening here is didn't really care for this really. I didn't care for it. The match itself wasn't the greatest. They just kind of worked over Angle's neck with neck breakers, big boots, all that stuff. Then Sting finally gets the hot tag. But during the match, I will say that someone laid out the other members of the Aces and Eights backstage. But then Sting gets the hot tag, hits the Scorpion Death Drop. I think it was to Devon. Then he gets Bully Ray in the Scorpion Deathlock. I think Mr. Anderson hit him. Then the numbers game ends up becoming too much for Angle and Sting. Bully Ray grabs the table. They go to put Sting through it. But then we get the return of Abyss, which is now, I guess, Joseph Park's going to be Abyss again. He fires away at the Aces and Eights, chokeslams Mr. Anderson through the table, and hits the Black Hole Slam on Devon. And Abyss, Kurt Angle, and Sting win the match. I'm happy that Abyss is back, because now hopefully we don't have to see Joseph Park, and I like him so much better as Abyss. He was so monstrous. So I hope that they're not going to do any more stupid segments with Joseph Park. I hope he's just Abyss again. I can see them doing stuff with Joseph Park, but I'm not sure. Just have him be Abyss. Just have him be Abyss again. So not a bad TNA, I think. I think it was pretty good. The return of Abyss shocked me. I wasn't expecting him to... Well, technically he never returned. He was Joseph Park, but like the return of actual Abyss. But yeah. But that's pretty much it, guys. I'll be back later on tonight for my SmackDown review. That's pretty much it.